Hi, this is Andrea Cruz, and this is also my first time doing a tutorial over resources, so bear with me while we get through these. For my first resource, I chose Kahoot.it, and that's all you have to type up in the search bar is Kahoot.it, and it brings you to a page that looks like this. And this is what the students will see when they go to play, but we'll get to that later. So if you don't have a Kahoot account, or if you're wanting to create a new game, you would go down here and you would click getkahoot.com, and it'll take you to a page that looks like this. And you can either click sign in, or if you don't have an account yet, you can click sign up for free. And then you go through and answer these questions. So you would answer that you're a teacher or whatever you are. And you can type in your school or university, you can type in and make your username, confirm your email, and create a password. So then once you have your account, it's going to take you to a page that looks like this. So you can see that I've created 9 Kahoots, and in all I've had 181 players. So you can do a quiz, you could do a discussion, you could do a survey. My favorite and what I find the most beneficial is using the quiz. You can introduce new information, you can review old information before a test. So I'm going to do a quiz, and I'm just going to title it Math Problems. This is a review over multiplication, long division, factors, and multiples. Visible to everyone, English. I'm using it for a school. I can credit resources if I want to. I can do an intro video to maybe engage the students before we do the quiz. And then once I have all this information filled out, I can click OK, go. And all I have to do is add a question. So I'm just going to do a 3-question quiz so you can kind of see the gist of what I'm doing. What is 3 times 5? And the good thing about Kahoot is you can choose anywhere from a 5-second question to a 120-second question, depending on how difficult the question is or how much work it'll take to do. So if my students were doing a long division problem, I would probably give them closer to this 120-second mark, whereas 3 times 15, that's a fact that they should know by now. So I'm just going to leave it at 20 seconds. And then you can fill out up to 4 answer choices. 2 of them are required, though, obviously, so you could do like a true-false question if you wanted to. I'm going to do 15, 8, 10, and 20. And so then all you have to do is you have to select which one the correct answer is and click Next. So I'm going to do 3 of those type questions. One more question. Okay, so now that I have my 3 questions, and I can always change the time limits if maybe I forgot to do that, I'm going to click Save. And then when students are ready, I'm going to click Play It. And so you can either do player versus player if you have one-to-one devices, or you can do team versus team. So maybe you only have access to 4 computers. You can do 1 team per computer, and they have to work together to figure out the answer. So I'm going to go ahead and click Classic because that's what my students have access to. And they are going to type in this game pin. And once they have that game pin in, it's going to ask them for a nickname, and they will type in their name and click Enter. So then all the players' names will start showing up down here. So once I have all my students in Kahoot and they've entered their name, I will click Start and it'll take them through the quiz. Now, the standards that I think this aligns with are SDT1B, which engages students in exploring real-world issues and solving authentic problems using digital tools and resources. But I think it also aligns with SDT1C because it promotes student reflection about topics that have been covered in class, and it allows the students to apply what they know to certain problems. I also like it because it gives me the opportunity to clarify student understanding because the results of each question and who answered what are shared on the screen at the end of each question. So before moving on to the next question, which could be similar, I can clarify why it was the answer that it was. And then I also said it applies to the content knowledge 1 standard, which is that candidates design and facilitate lessons or opportunities that reflect on subject content and academic knowledge. So this is Kahoot, and I hope that you find yourself using it in the near future.